Hello, it's Angeline. I just finished my whole day speaker training today, and I make a very, very bold decision, which is I'm gonna go to a speaking tour with Bill Walsh. Why? I said it's a big decision for me. That's because over the years, I always dream about becoming a successful entrepreneur and successful investor. But I never dream about become a speaker. However, why do I willing to sign up and took that challenge? It's because I have so much compassion for people. I have so much compassion for helping people to help them create even more financial abundance, has more time for their family. And because of that compassion, and it pushes me to do the things that even though I don't feel comfortable. In previous section, we talk about when you face fear, fear is always going to be there. What do? You do it anyway. That's why today, even though when I signed the form, my heartbeat was fast, was so nervous and couldn't breathe, but I do it anyway. Because my passion, it is so big to push me to stretch myself. I'm not sure how many lives I'm gonna touch, but I know that if I don't do it, I'm gonna change nobody's lives. I'm gonna impact no one. That's why I made that decision. Another thing I like to share with you is sometimes when opportunity presents itself, even though you're not ready yet, I want you to say yes and figure out. I still remember 2012 when I started invest in real estate. Even though at that time I don't have any experience, I don't have any resources or any education. But when the investment opportunity comes, I say yes and then I figure out. Same thing happened 2015, and I had the opportunity to invest in apartments. At that time, I don't have a whole lot of knowledge about apartment investment, especially such a big deal. It's 100 units and above. But the opportunity presents itself. I say yes, and then I figure out later. And today, I also made the same decision. Even though I don't know, I didn't have anything planned out. However, when the opportunity comes, I say yes, and then I figure out later. That's my message for you today, my friend. How many times, because you're overthinking, because you're overanalyzing, and then the opportunities come, but you didn't grab it, and they never come again. And then you say, I wish I could have done that. I wish this, I wish that. Sometimes in life, when opportunity comes, if you don't grab it, it may not come again. And another thing I like to ask you is, ask yourself this question: what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose if you do it? What do you have to lose? Right? I always share with my son, I said, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. There's no failure unless you give up. As long as you give up, there's no such a thing as failure. The worst scenario when things not working out, at least you learn something. You never lose. And another message I like to share with you is when you have fear, you do it anyway. When you don't feel like doing it, you do it anyway. When the opportunity presents itself, you say yes, and then you figure out later. And it's Angeline Waymeyer, and I believe the power of you. I believe that you can do anything as long as you put your mind to it. And I also believe when opportunity presents itself, you will say yes, and then you figure out later. And then you're going to live a life without any regrets.